everyone, myself Harshvardhan Raval and I am studying currently M.Pharm plus MBA from SPPSPTM NMIMS. I am doing my first data analytics project from the importing the data to Excel to final dashboard creation under my subject called data analytics using Power BI. So for this I have selected data for the hotel industry, that is the hospitality industry, because I feel I can do good work in that field, in analysis of that field, and I was very curious about that also. So I got the data of a hospital. So I will tell you the steps I have performed, how I created some graphs, how I created some measures, and etc. for the better analysis of the data. So first of all, I imported the data set. In that, while we import dataset into Power BI, there is two options: directly adding the dataset, or we want to transform dataset before importing the dataset into Power BI. So in that, I choose the option for data transformation for creating the DIM tables and other fact tables, and also checking the quality of data. So in that, maybe the data quality of data is somewhat hampered. Like example, some null values are there, some repeating values are there, or some changes of the category, like if it is a text, it is shown as a number. So this kind of data we need to validate that this quality is okay or not. So there is this option for auto detection of the category of the data, which does the automatic detection of which type of data is there in the Power BI query. So I check the quality of data by choosing the column distribution, column values, and etc. Then I created this 5 tables, that is DIM date, DIM hotels, DIM rooms, fact aggregate bookings, and fact bookings. So these were the 5 tables I want to work in. So I have created that table. And then for the better visualization of the relationship between the different tables, I follow the star method. So here in the model view of the Power BI, I have created this relationships within the data. So creation of relationships. After the creation of relationships, I validate the relationship by going to manage relationship, and I check that yes, fact aggregate booking table is having relationship with date table. So maybe in both this table, date column is common. So that's why it is have created the relationship. So now the question comes, why we create relationship in the Power BI? So after all the data analysis is done and all the dashboarding is done, if the relationship is not established, then if we want to check one effect of the one column or one particular variable on the other table or the other data, we cannot see if the relationship is not established. So that is why we have to establish the relationship to analyze the data more effectively between the two tables, correlating the data, correlating the facts and figures between the two tables, and make sure that the status of relationship is active all the way in all the relationships. Then first of all, after the data entry and checking the quality of data, there is a creation of calculated columns. So I want to check week number, it is W19, but I only want 19. So I have created this column, calculated column for week number. So it will take this date and automatically detect that which week is there. So this is the formula. Then at the same time, weekday function was also calculated for checking the weekday. At the same time, in the hospitality industry, it is assumed that Saturday, Sunday are weekends, so people don't usually come to hotel and Sunday evening. So it is considered as weekends. So we need to tell that this is a weekday or this is a weekend by for better visualization and analysis afterwards. Then after creating the calculated columns, the main and the important part of my data analytic project was creation of measures. So data is vast in this, but I want to drag some of the insights. For that I need measures. So for that I go to enter data, create table specific measures for the better working flow. So I have created this parent, I can say parent table, under which all the measures will come, because I have 26 measures. So it is difficult to manage all the tables if it is not consolidated in the one form. So created measures as revenue. In this key measures table, this first measure revenue was created by using this formula, sum of fact bookings revenue realized. This is a simple formula. We can validate by checking the Excel formula, or we can validate by putting this type of graphs that yes, this sum is correct or not, this formula is correct or not. Same way, I have created total bookings by counting the fact booking ID. So if I count the booking ID, it will indirectly or directly give me the total bookings, because number of unique booking ID is equal to bookings. Then I have created total capacity by using this formula. By using number of formulas, I have created this 26 measures. As you can see here in this Excel file, first of all, I created the Excel file. All the formula I have written down for total booking, total capacity, total successful bookings, occupancy rate, average rating, number of days, total cancelled booking, cancellation percentage, total checked out, total no-show bookings, no-show rate in terms of percentage, booking percentage by platform, by room class, ADR. ADR means average daily rate. It is a ratio of revenue to the total rooms booked or sold. Percentage realization, RevPAR. RevPAR is the main, I can say, the main indicator in the hospitality industry. It represents the revenue generated per available room, whether or not they are occupied or not. RevPAR helps hotels to measure their revenue generating performance to accurately price rooms. DBRN, daily booked room nights, daily sellable room nights, daily utilized room nights, revenue week on week changes. So if we want to check what is the change in the revenue based on the room class, based on the city, based on any other dimension, we have to check the week on week changes, because we in the hospitality industry, we cannot check the performance of the industry in yearly terms. We have to check in terms of weeks. Then occupancy rate week on week changes, ADR week on week changes. There is a number of every fact we have concluded. Each of them will be calculated for the week on week percentage changes, the realization, DSRN, DBRN, etc. So this was calculated, and in this way I have created this 26 measures. So after that, I have created calculated columns, I have created the measures. Now it's time to start the graphical process. So creating the graphs and etc. So first of all, average daily rate. Average daily rate, what we have studied, average daily rate is equal to ratio of revenue to total rooms booked or sold. So what is the revenue of the hotel? Total rooms booked or sold. So ADR by revenue class or room class. As we can see, in presidential room, there is 23.44k. It is the highest average daily rate in the room class category, presidential rate. City is having Mumbai as a top city because it is having 15.39k per day. It is per day average. After that, ADR by booking platform. As we can clearly see that online channel is there for booking. It is having least ADR. So can we say that hotel industry or this particular hotel should focus on online or digital presence of it? Because if it increases the digital presence, it will automatically reach to customers will book their hotel, and ultimately the revenue will grow. So this kind we can drag some of the insight and give some strategic inputs to the company. ADR by room category we have already seen in the room class. It is having room number type number 4 has 23.44 ADR. It is very high. So we should focus on that. As we can clearly see, room number 4, room type number 4 is equal to presidential room. So this is the correlation. Now ADR week on week changes. We can see that here room RT4 has positive change 2.34%. What we can say in this. So it is growing by 2.34% week on week. Okay. Here RT4 is having highest number of ADR. It is a presidential room class. It is having higher numbers of ADR. Ultimately seen is 2.31% increase in this. Least is 2.32. This is RT2. If we create RT2, we can say RT2 is elite class of this. So elite has less number of growth percentage week on week, as we can clearly see from this. Second I have took is, let me just uncheck it. Average rating. So average rating, it is a rating given by the customer after experiencing the service in the hotel. So first of all, average rating by room class. As we can clearly see that in the presidential room, that room average rating is very high. previously we have saw that average daily rate is also very high. So what it is saying, that people are coming more to the presidential room. It is evident by ADR, further validated by the average rating, which is highest in terms of room class. Average rating by booking platform, as we can clearly see, that highest number is journey. So during the journey, customer just took in hotel and gave the rating. By room class, again presidential, I think it is mistakenly repeated. Average rating by room category. So average rating by room category, I think everyone is same. Everything is same in the all room categories. The average is nearly same. But as we can clearly see, average rating by city. So in Delhi, the rating is very high, followed by Mumbai, followed by Hyderabad, followed by Mumbai, and then Bangalore. So I have put this week filter in this. So I want to check in week 29 in the premium category of room class what was the average rating. So I will click room 29. So premium, as you can see, as soon as I clicked here, the graph changed. Premium is having 3.59. Here Hyderabad is 3.65 in week 29 particularly. So if the manager or the customer who is using this dashboard or using this type of particular Power BI file want to check week on week changes by himself, by particularly thinking about 1 week, so he can check in this. Then cancellation. Cancellation is a major aspect in the hospitality industry. Imagine we have booked a room through OYO, I think. So we want maybe we cancel the booking at the last minute. It will hamper the operations of the hotel. So because they have created our private space in the hotel, they have reserved the room for us. Maybe some another customer will maybe have come, but they will not give the room because we have booked from online, maybe in terms of OYO. So cancellation is the thing hotel need to manage. The cancellation, it should be very less. Percentage cancellation should be very less for the better operation, for the better margin, for the better revenue. So here we can clearly see in this hotel the cancellation is 24%. Still it is very high. It should be very low. Nearly 10% is okay as far as I think. Then we can see cancellation by room category. Every room category is having same proportion of cancellation percentage. So here we cannot drive any insight. Same for category, same for this, and same for room class. So percentage cancellation, what we can say from these graphs is that percentage cancellation is not dependent on room category or any category of the room or room class, anything. Maybe it is related to some other things. Maybe it will concern regarding the service provided or the introduction to the room or the behavior of staff. Maybe the cancellation depends on that, but not on the category. Cancellation booking per platform, as you can clearly see here also everything is 14%, so there is no such differences in this. Then the main thing comes is DSRN, that is daily sellable room nights and daily utilized room nights. Now daily sellable is which number of rooms are available to sell, and daily utilizes out of the daily available rooms to sell, how many rooms were booked and utilized by the customer. So these two graphs is providing some of the great insight on this. So as we clearly see in DSRN, the daily sellable room nights is increasing week on week. So finally after week 32, the daily sellable room night is 35k. But from this, check the another graph. Daily utilized room nights by week number, which is utilized by customer to stay in the hotel, is increasing slightly stagnant till the week number 22. There it is decreased and then it is constant again. It is finally 14.5. So what we can say, out of 35k daily sellable available room, only nearly 15k rooms are only utilized by the customer. So what we can say, 20k rooms are not utilized, which will be again see further in terms of occupancy rate, occupancy percentage. So here 20k is less. So if 100% is 35k and 15k is there, so some of the occupancies not maintaining. So hotels should focus on this. They should increase the daily utilized room nights. For a week on week they should manage their operation and etc. So now let's just check that in Mumbai what is the situation. So here what we can see, here also same situation, 11.4 is the daily saleable room nights, but at the same time the 4 utilized was only 4.7, nearly 5, but still it is 50% occupancy rate. It is slightly good. We can say 668.6 million revenue is contributed by only and only Mumbai out of 1.7 billion, which is a major chunk in terms of hospital revenue. So maybe the hotel is focusing on the Mumbai city, followed by Hyderabad, then Bangalore, and then Delhi. We can see here. In Hyderabad, it is 325.2. Then we can see Bangalore 420, and then Delhi 294.5. Okay. Then no show rate. What is no show rate? It is depicting that after customer has booked the room in the hotel, they are not even showing up in the property at the same stipulated time decided by the customer. So they just don't come to hotel, and the booking just remains as it is. So no show rate, as we can clearly see, it is depicted by the week number in this line chart. I have created the line chart to see the trend of this. So we can see the no show rate is decreasing, which is good for the company. No show rate per room class is only 5% among this all room classes. By city is also very less. So least is Delhi. So in Delhi people are very less in terms of not showing up in the property. Then no show rate by percentage category, it is nearly equal in business and luxury. Also no show rate in room category, I think it is highest in terms of RT1. Okay, so now I want to see that from the direct offline channel, what is the no show rate? Maybe not, because if customer is coming directly offline, he will stay in the hotel. No, so we have to check that direct online. What is the state? So yes, it is also having no show rate very less. Okay. So overall it is very less. It is good. The hotel is performing well. Occupancy week on week changes. Now is the main concern of the hotel, that what is the occupancy rate. As we have seen here in this the daily saleable is 35k, but every daily utilized was only 14.5k. It is seen in this occupancy rate, which is 57.87%. It is overall occupancy rate in terms of 32 weeks. So 57 is very less. It should be more than 85 in terms of occupancy. Then the revenue and operation will be most effectively utilized in this hotel. So occupancy week on week change in terms of this city. So in this, Mumbai is having 23% change, which is positive. So occupancy is very slightly increased in terms, but the Bangalore is having 32% increase in the occupancy in terms of this cities. Same to same here for the occupancy versus the room class. Standard is having 32, which is the highest occupancy change, and Elite is very less. Same to here, room category, RT1 is having 32, but RT2 is having 24.45. So hotel needs to check that they want to focus on standard, RT1 and Bangalore, because these three is having the highest week on week changes in the occupancy rate. So I want to check, let's see in week number 24 what is the situation. In the same time, President is having 44 and Delhi is having 23% increase, and RT4 is highest. Let's just see the overall percentage. For week 19 there is no such data. Okay, it is very less. It means week 23 was very I think there was not any season for the customer to come in the hotel. That's why it is negative. Look, after week 27 it is slightly increasing. So we can draw the conclusion based on the requirement, percentage realization. So now we can see percentage realization. It is nothing but the successful checked out percentage over the all booking happened. Checked out. So what is depicts? That how people is checking out after utilizing the service. Here percentage realization is very less. That what it means, that customer is coming less, daily sellable room rate is low. That's why. In this, realization by city is equal to 70%. Hyderabad is having the highest percentage realization, that which what we can say from this is Hyderabad hotel in the Hyderabad, people are coming more and people are successfully checking out. In the by category, realization is almost same in the luxury and business category. Then in the room category, it is also the same. And by room class, the presidential room that is having nearly 71% realization. So it is very good. Now the main element is come revenue. RevPAR. What is RevPAR? Revenue per available room. So it is filled or not filled. What is the revenue generated from the one room? So it is highest in Mumbai. Highest in Mumbai by city RevPAR. So what we can say from this is company is focusing or hotel is doing very good, extremely good in Mumbai, followed by Hyderabad, which is clearly seen by percentage. So revenue is highest in Mumbai, then Hyderabad, then Bangalore, and then Delhi, and then Bangalore. Then RevPAR by room category is almost equal for luxury and the business. RevPAR by room category is highest for RT4. So the hotel should focus on Mumbai and Hyderabad again in the RT4, and revenue by room class is highest in presidential room. So they RT4 is nothing but presidential. It is just different way of presenting the information. Okay, so I have applied the week filter on this if people want to check week on week changes. So I have clicked the week 25. What is the thing? Here also Mumbai is highest, followed by Delhi, then Bangalore, then Hyderabad. So they can check and they can drive some insight based on their use. Last graph according to me is also very useful. That is total successful. Here I can say total bookings, total capacity, and total successful bookings. Okay. So what is the difference between total booking and total successful booking? So total booking is that customer has booked the room, but maybe customer may not show up. In this situation, that no show up rate come into picture, percentage cancellation come into picture. In this total bookings, this all things are not calculated or not included, but total successful bookings. From total bookings, percentage no show rate or no show rate, cancellation percentage is deducted, and after successful bookings number have come. So this is the only number which generates the revenue for the industry, and generally total capacity is 18k. So what we can see that total capacity is 18k, but total successful booking is only 9k. What it tells that only 50% of the total capacity is utilized by the customer. Hotel is doing, I think, very bad job, because 50% occupancy, 50% revenue generating activity is not good, because your 50% rooms are not utilized by the customer. Even though it is not utilized, but the rental charges or anything like cleaning charges are applied for that, electricity charges. So you have to maintain the operation efficiency, you have to market, and you have to do some of the activities so that the customer come to your hotel and use the room, so that the difference between these two numbers go down. Maybe occupancy should be increased, maybe cancellation should be low, maybe daily sellable room nights should be high. Daily sellable and daily available room nights, what is what? So one customer has left the room. How much time do you need to set up the room for the again customer? That is daily sellable room nights against daily utilized room nights. So you have to do the cleaning and you have to do the revamping of the room very quickly, so that you can make that room available for the next customer to acquire it and to use it. Okay, so daily sellable room nights, daily utilized room nights, daily booked room nights are there. Total checked up was 6.4. Daily sellable room nights was only 2.5k, out of which utilized was only 0.9, that is 1k almost. Then almost 50 or 49%, again it is clearly seen. It is seen here 50% occupancy, 50% utilization. Also here 2.5k and 1k, also 50%. And daily booked room, what we can say, 1.3k is booked, but only 0.9k or 1k is utilized. What is telling that 1.3k is booked. After that, maybe customer is cancelling So the cancellation percentage comes into picture. Maybe customer is not showing up in the property, no show up rate is coming into picture. Maybe different parameters we have clearly seen in this data, these measures we have calculated, it coming into picture. That's why the difference between two numbers is there. Daily booked room is 1.3, but daily utilized is 1k only. So 3k customers are either cancelling the hotel, cancelling the booking, either not showing up in the hotel. There is this issues. So now, after creation of all these graphs, what is the need? What we can do for the hotel, for the management to better visualize their optimized their operational workflow, operational efficiency, so that they can check the perfect view of the bird's eye view of the hotel, and they can take the strategic decisions on the go, week on week, so that their operation efficiency increases, then revenue generation increases. So that in this part, the dashboarding comes into picture. So we are data analyst. Imagine you are a data analytic person, but the person you are giving this Power BI file is not very aware about data analytics. So he will not be understanding this different graphs and how to draw conclusion out of it. He just have to click here and there here. We know everything, so we will do this calculation in DSR, daily sellable and daily utilized. Oh, we can see that here 14.5k is there, but available was 35k. Then we should think that okay, cancellation comes into picture. So we'll go in this. From this step, we'll go to this step. Cancellation. Oh, it is 24.83%. We can see the category, room class, and then take the strategic decisions. But the person maybe not knowing this type of analogies. Maybe he is not, or he or she is not able to switch between two columns very fast. So that is why the dashboarding comes into picture. All the things, all the necessary things should be at one go, and the dashboarding should be interactive. Like here you can see, I have created the filter by city. All the parameters, if you want to see data of Mumbai, data of Hyderabad, you can filter by this. Again, room class. You want to see the data of residential room, which is the highest RT4, elite room, etc. You can filter by category. Like business and luxury, you can mainly filter by the week. So this is the all filters. Filter will do what? If you click this city Mumbai, okay, the data is changing. Next, room is residential. Third, category is business, and fourth, week is 24. So you have applied 4 filters. First of all, you want to see the data of Mumbai city, then class is presidential class, then category is business category of the rooms, and then particularly of the week 24. So what we can clearly see here, that 6 million revenue is generated in week 24. Revenue per available room was 16.87k, occupancy was 58%, and cancellation was 22. Here the daily sellable room nights were 49 and utilized were 21. So it is depicting that it is an issue, that daily sellable is 50. Imagine doing round off and daily utilized only 21.6. So 30 is the rooms which are not utilized, which is also seeing in this occupancy. If this would be 50 and this will be 40, maybe it is having 80 or 90% occupancy. Okay, here is total capacity of the room 343, but total bookings was only 199, nearly 200. Okay, total cancelled booking was 43, in particularly in 24 week. In this type of filters applied. So I will clear all these filters. So this graph is depicting what? Average rating by room class. It is depicting the occupancy week on week changes, then revenue per room by category, revenue average daily rate in terms of city. Then this graph is showing no show rate against week number. This is showing revenue per available room according to room class, and this is showing the percentage realization in terms of different types of room classes. And these are the numerical values we have created. Here we can see the revenue, which is the most indicating or more concerning number for the management. So if you click here presidential, just imagine presidential, then what happens? Here it is clearly seen that occupancy of the residential room was 34 percentage. Average daily rate was highest in Mumbai, that is 29k, and the split of revenue per available room is by category is nearly same, slightly more for the business. Here it is seeing that week on week the no show rate is decreasing in residential room in the week 19 to 32. Okay, then the percentage realization is 70 percentage. Maybe it is seen occupancy is 59 percentage for the residential room. Cancellation is only 24%. If you uncheck it, it will give all the data. So we have to create the dashboard in such a way that in keeping in the mind the necessities of the final user of the dashboard. So even if we create a very good dashboard which we feel it is very good, it is excellent, but if the final user is not able to understand and use the dashboard and draw some insight and do some strategy making, it is no use as a data analyst we failed. But at the same time, we should understand the requirements of the clients. We should understand what they want to see, not what we want them to see. So they want to see what is the rating, average rating is what, then how is my occupancy is going on, how is my total capacity utilization is there. So capacity utilization is what, daily sellable room nights is main capacity, utilization is daily utilized room nights, so that is capacity management in the hotel. So he can draw conclusion based on these two, also from occupancy, also from cancellation. So maybe he want to check what is the cancellation, so he can check week on week cancellation rate. He can do some preventive and steps to reduce the cancellation rates, so it will increase the occupancy, it will again increase the revenue per available room, and ultimately it will increase the revenue. So this all things are very interrelated in terms of hospitality industry. So I have created this dashboard based on this view that all things should be in one place. Now a random day I want to see how my Bangalore is performing in this entire 22. So I will select the Bangalore. I can see Bangalore is having only 56% occupancy and 25% cancellation rate. I will compare with Delhi. Delhi is having 61 occupancy, 25%. Hyderabad is having 58 occupancy, and Mumbai is having 58 occupancy. So highest occupancy was of what? Delhi. Highest occupancy was of Delhi, but daily sellable room nights and daily utilized room night, it is having very large gap between these two. Although the accuracy is good, but occupancy is good, but this is very low. The revenue is only 295 million. But if we want to compare the Mumbai revenue, 669 million revenue is there. Delhi is having 295 and Bangalore is having 420. So even though the occupancy is 58% in Mumbai, the revenue is 669 million, which contributes to 2 billion revenue. 669 is only contributed by the Mumbai. So I can say that let's focus more on increasing the occupancy and decreasing the cancellation in Mumbai, Hyderabad, followed by Bangalore and then Delhi. So this type of analysis, conclusion and strategy making can be done. Lastly, I want to thank my professor Mr. Haresh Raulgaonkar for guiding us throughout the Power BI journey, starting from importing the Excel sheet to the forecasting and creating the dashboard. He made us understand that how to work on the Power BI, how not to get afraid from the Power BI, and with the help of his guidance, I was able to create this hotel operation dashboard. So very thank you, sir, and thank you all for watching my video. Please make sure to like and subscribe.